Good evening. It's Friday night and end of this week. I'm today thinking a lot about life, my life. I talk to people around me and I talked with my friends in Moscow, my best friends, Fate and her daughter Olga, and have a very nice conversation about everything. And her daughter Olga, she's psychologist doctor, and she's told me, I remember what you tell me before you go to America. And she's telling me a lot of stuff, but I forgot already. But she said, I remember everything what you tell me. And I start thinking about how important we have to talk to each other about everything. It doesn't matter what. How important we have to know each other. I'm so happy in my life just only because I know who is God. I know what is love. Because I'm grown up like this. God seeds, it's grow, and that seeds is beautiful. My life is very difficult, but I'm learning a lot. And I'm graduate, I think, already. It's hard to say graduate, right? Because we still have to living in that world. And I'm thinking about that world, what's going on right now, through this pandemic and Black Lives Matter. It's really, I realize how many people hurt in that world. For real. Why? I know why. Because it's reality. Truth is in the Bible. Lucifer taken our earth in the beginning when God created that earth and created Adam and Eve. That's where it started. And now, we're on the finish line. I feel that all the time. Jesus is coming. But life is still going. And we have to be happy. We have to be know each other, talking with each other, and loving each other. Life is so short. Maybe today is last day, and morning will not wake up. God taking breath away, because is this His plan? We have to today be happy. All the time we have to be happy. But happy you can only have go to truth, faith of God, faith of Jesus Christ. And I want to continue my story tonight. Story about Semipalatinsk. I want to finish that little bit and how we moving forward, different city. There is no Christian, there is no one. I want to tell you about how we to be baptizing right there. Every year, summertime, 2-3 times, sometimes 4 times we have that to be baptized. And we have different places like lakes or river, mostly in the river. My father liked river because it's a river running so fast and he's like wash it out and go away. He's always joking about this. And I remember I want to baptize so bad. I'm 11 because I want to be everything in my life. But nobody realized, just me. I want just help my older sister typing. I want my sister help to cooking. Mom, I want help to babysitting or whatever it is. But I have my life, it's double because I want to go to my friends and watch the TV too. For me, is be Christian, it be different, is kind of not matches. This is my vision in my inside of me, but nobody don't know about this. And I want to be everything, and I want asking my dad, please baptize me too. Why I won't be like everybody, I won't be involved with everywhere. This is who I am. I just want to so no music for everything. I want to know everything, I'm very observing. My son actually like this too, have my character. And I think I have my father character, I already told you. Of course I have mother too, but most. A lot of people told me who is know him. And I just praying and I'm asking every day, Daddy, can you baptize me? Can you baptize me? And eventually he said, okay. And he's invited me in the living room and he's asking me a question about love God, 10 commandments. Number 1, and I told him. Number 7, and I told him. What does this means? And of course 7 is so hard to 11 years old to explain. And I say, I don't know. What is number 10? And he said, okay, you know love God. You know 10 commandments. Then tell me about Jesus. Who is Jesus? I told him too. And as in Russia we really respect to last prophecy in the world, like they say, Elena White. She is prophecy to about everything, and it changed a lot of things in Christianity. And we have to know her books too. We study that books all the time because she is explained Bible very good way. I know a lot of have people, professors, doctors, translators, a lot of people study Bible and educated, but God choose her to be another time. As after 1845 she's coming. She's from Belton Creek in Michigan, and I was very close to living right there. And I told him who is she, and I told him what she's doing, and he said, okay, now I can baptize you. I'm so happy. And my friend's baptized, she's more 12 years old, and a lot of young people. And we have to do this night time because nobody can see us. We have to walk very long distance to that river where we have to be, people don't have people close. To nobody don't see us what we're doing. And we're walking and it's beautiful all this night, and we sing song and we're joking around. And a star, my father always stop and tell about star, and we study that too. And he's always making some kind of story about Joseph and star, like this kind of, and Jesus star, everything. And he's tried to moderate his story with right way to we can understand what this means. And he's even tells very long time ago, scientists who know astrology, they give name when you're born through star. It's beautiful. I love star. I love night sky. And day too. I love sunset and sun up. It's beautiful sky. Always. And at night time I always like pray looking at that star. It's kind of magnificent for me. My father always tell us, show where is that black hole and where is God living. Nobody can reach him and that power. And it's very interesting. This is magnificent. When we walk into the river, is in Semipalatinsk we have a very fast river, Irtysh, and we change the clothes. Take off old like baptized clothes, and we go to the river one by one. My father baptized everybody. We sing the song, and this is just beautiful, beautiful night ever I have in my life, because we have like fun and we have talking, and this is just like enjoyable. Weather good and company is good, and when we're back to home is we just catch the last bus and go back to home. And that is when we're back to home. Usually on Saturday after the church service, my father celebrate who is baptized, and I remember how he celebrate me. He's giving me, I always wanted him, like so bad I want this new testimony, very small, and he's giving to me this new testimony. I'm happy on top of the world, because for me this is like treasure. It is very treasure. People sit in the jails for this. This is very big treasure for us. And this is my baptism celebration. Never I forgot. And we start, I already told you, we start upgrade everything, and we continue doing same things what I already told you, and we prepare ourselves to move in the city of Ashgabad. And my father go first and have a family and kids to travel to train, and we finish the school. I finished the middle school, and my younger brothers and sisters. That time I think is we have 3 or 4 not in the school, other everybody in the school already system. And we try to forget that nightmare in the school, and we thinking we move in different city and something different, but I go to high school. It's nothing different here either. Probably more worse, because it's Muslim country. It's like Semipalatinsk more is government city, because of that everything's going on Baikonur about cosmos and everything. A lot of scientists right there, a lot of communist international scientists too, not just Russians. There's a lot of people right there. They keep it that city like example, not like very Muslim law. It's like Soviet Union law right there. It's Soviet Union law everywhere, but it's right there is more like Central Russia. Probably I can say that. And when we're done school, my father already, he's go first when he's coming. He's again taking that suitcase with 25,000 baht. He's taking more 5,000, because friends what he's living his address, they found a house already for us, and there's little bit more update, and he's taking that money cash, and they go with kids to buy that house, and they buy the house and they send it U-Haul, furniture and everything. When we come in that new city, that's already everything set up for us. The older sister and brother working right there with my father. They already set up everything when my mom with us coming to after school done. And I remember when we go travel that train, we passed a lot of cities and a lot of states, like not states, like countries, Muslim countries, like Kazakhstan and Almaty. That is very beautiful. Right there, mountain. I never forgot how beautiful that mountains. And we of course have time little bit. We can get out at the train station and looking around that city little bit, like maybe around 40 minutes. And we go back and we go travel next station. A lot of like when you, it's so long. It's like 4 nights, 4 days. And the second place when we stop station, it's already city of Tashkent, and that is I think it's Tajikistan or Uzbekistan. And we go next. That is Tashkent is very beautiful. It's total different. It's a real Muslim country. There is different everything. They clothes different. They smell like they're different because they a lot of have fruit stuff and a lot of flowers, and the smell right there is so beautiful, and different food, of course. Muslim food, and train station have different food, and we just never see that food. Of course my mom is on by to we start tasting that stuff, and we're so happy. His life is changed, but different. We never before. I never see that before. Different country, but the Soviet Union, and later we stop a few more cities, and then we get it in Ashgabad. When we come into Ashgabad, I never forgot that smell. It still is kind of like after spring, when it's blooming and everything, it's grapes and peaches and different kind of flowers. It's beautiful smell and atmosphere, and the city is so clean, very clean. And of course it's different clothes already. Turkmen, they have different clothes. First is my impression when we go to that train station to my father and my older brother and my sister waiting for us. I see old people sit on the ground with the beard, and it's like head, different kind of head with made it from animals like lamb, and they have a like hard jacket on top and very hot already. I said, what is this? It's so different. I told you later, I so love that country. I love right there people. They're so friendly. And we go to, it's probably like from train station about 20 minutes we have to walk to our house. And we passed this high school right there, and my father say, Tatiana, that is your school. You're in high school right now. And middle school too. They all together, high school, middle school, and elementary school, just different schedule. I think it's 3 times schedule. Elementary, in the middle, in high school, different times, 3 times a day. Schedule for classes. And we walk down the street. It's beautiful, and it's everywhere is flowers. It's first expression. It's like a different world. A lot of green stuff, a lot of trees, beautiful trees. Not like it's when in Semipalatinsk or Siberia, like more exotic trees, like like just like different, total different. And camel walking is like slow right there, and you can see when we pass at houses, if their gates open, you can see like 3 car and 2 camel and donkey right there, same property. And it's interesting, I never see that before. But when Kyrgyzstan, yes, but don't have cars so much. In Ashgabad is Turkmenistan is very close to Iraq. They make a lot of business with out of country stuff, like business stuff. Ashgabat is more rich city. A lot of rich people right there, and they take care of the city too. And they making peace with everybody. No fighting right there. And total different societies. Muslim and Russians is total different societies, but they friends with together. It's very interesting and beautiful. Nobody ever fight. Only things when we come in the first day and we enter our house is so beautiful. I love that house. And we have showers on the outside, like close to, like build it two house and summer room and two summer rooms and kitchen room build it close to house too, like together combined. And we have a big house for everybody, and as we have a very long grape garden, and we have a trees right there like peaches trees and pomegranate trees, and it's beautiful. And as under that grape garden we have a brick design. Everything is on the bottom, and walkway, and like it's very beautiful place. And we have outside huge bed. They sleeping right there nighttime and then outside because it's so hot. It's so hot. You have to get up like 5 times. I remember sometimes 5 times to get up to take a shower very quick and go back to sleep. My father has put his sheets and put in cold water and little bit frozen and put on top and go sleep in that with wetted sheets. Don't wake up to take shower. But somebody can sleep. I can't, too hot, and I'm always go take shower very quick, cold, and go back to sleep. And when we come in our house, it's my father put us everything on the bed and outside, big, huge. We sit on everything. We put his mattresses right there, covered with the special like waterproof material, and we have small pillows right there. We can sleep if we want to, because everywhere fenced between the houses and the big properties. We end of that grape garden. We have a small house right there too, for one room, big room, and the boys living right there, and girls and little kids living in big house. And toilet is too is close to that small house. And we sit on that bed and outside, and it's a beautiful night, and music start play Muslim music, and we're not used to. It takes us probably 2-3 weeks to adapt it with that music and culture. It's total different. Culture is not 3 weeks about music. To listen every night. They cook a lot of food evening, and that food is smell, and they sitting and outside and eat that food and enjoy the evening. And sky with star, I never see anywhere like that sky, like in Ashgabad. This is like Milky Way, beautiful sky right there, and so deep. And we sit in that bed, and my father pray with us, and he start talk to us about that Muslim country. We already teenagers. I'm 13, 14, have to go to school, high school. I'm teenager. I'm already girl who is growing up. And my father tell 3 of us, we have to be careful, because in that country they stealing girls that age. And he say, 9 o'clock you have to be everybody home before darkness. And we have a window outside. It's protected by very beautiful design, metal things drilled inside the window, because they don't everybody have. They don't want to steal the girls, because the girls cost a lot of money in that country. This is, I have a friend, it's my best friend, Ashgabad. She's Turkmen. She's always invite me in her house, and she say, the girl is like low family, low level, financially, cost like $30,000. Little bit upgrade 40,000, little bit upgrade 50,000. Good one, like from good family, with education and more educated musician and everything, they cost from 60,000 to 100,000. But they can steal too. This is a lot that happens right there. And of course, we're so afraid that first night we come in and we have to like this afraid. I'm just like, why they have to steal us? I just no clue. Later I figure out with my friends, she's telling me everything, then I start scared. Before that I just like don't know what is that. And we sleep outside, and my father tell again story about star, about different country. He's already prepared everything about Muslim country, and he start at a lot of beds right there, eat mosquitoes, and he start talking about animals and birds and about nature's how nature right there, and he start tell us about Karakum, laser, and the cameras, and we just like wow, we want to see that so bad, and we just like where I am, right? It's kind of so interested, and he's tell us story, prepare everything very beautifully, and it's very enjoyable. I love that city too. Life with my father and mother is kind of always beautiful. I don't remember when I'm in my life when I regret how I'm growing up. I never regret anything. I'm always appreciated my father and mother. I'm very appreciated, and I'm very happy have like that experience. That experience, loving God very deep. Both. They very loving God. And my father doing everything what is God asked him with very pure faith. And we have 3 girls, we have a separate room. And my father and mother have separate room with little baby. And that is my little brother born. My father and mother have a very difficult time that time. My little brother, before my mom give to him birth, she starts still not good. Give to him birth. She starts still not good, and my father taken to hospital. And we don't know about the hospital right there. There is most of Russian people and not a lot of Turkmen, they healing themselves a lot too. They don't trust doctor stuff. They have they doctors and Muslim doctors. And the Soviet Union, of course, they discipline with everything, strict like CDC or whatever. They strict a lot of stuff, vaccination stuff and diseases stuff. And my father taking mom because she's still not good to doctor or to hospital emergency room, and they say her lung, one side, where's her left side, scroll inside and can open. And they try everything, and they say you need give it to birth first child because she start construction have, but they worry about losing her. My father praying, we don't know about this. My father praying right there inside because he can't pray because that Muslim country, and I stay with close to my mom, and he say you be okay, just please, just help her to trust to God. and mom gave it to my younger uh, brother, his name Paul, birds, and they start recovering her with her lung. They put this um, special machine to breathing and to that push that ear to open up the. They give it to her pain medicine because it's very big pain she's screaming to open up that lung, and God making miracle. That lung is open. The doctor say it's God saved her life. And my father let her bring her home, and my mom very later when we growing up, she's tell us they decided don't sleep anymore together, don't have sex anymore because she don't want to be pregnant again. My father said, I don't want to lose you. I don't want to lose you. We have 11 children. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be not with you. Raise the children. And they decided sleep separate, and I'm so proud of them. How they take care of each other, love each other. This is very big. Not a lot of people can do this, but my parents did. And first, I'm little bit go faster. First, like few weeks, we have Saturday service. No one Christian people right there, and like on 4 weeks, 4 Saturdays right there, we have a service, and somebody knocked the gates and window too, and my father's thinking, oh, who is that? I hope it's not KGB or not police or something. And when we sit in a home because we're just only family in house, and he's opened the gates and door, and there's 2 beautiful lady stand, and he say, hi, who are you? And they say, we have to talk to you because we need to tell you something. And he said, okay, come in inside. And he's invite them inside the property. We're still inside the house, and he start asking, say, how I can help you? And they tell, we have one lady, she is disabled, she see dream. God give it to her dream to in this house pastor move who is no Bible, and we pray long time. One lady, she's doctor pediatrics doctor, and all she's like leader of pediatrics, and that all Turkmenistan, all that country, Turkmenistan. And her husband, he is control, he is like check all the time military stuff, like very on top of like big post, big guy, in military. And other lady, she is a teacher. She's English teacher, and she is Spanish English, or Spanish and English teacher. And they very educated, and they say, we're reading Bible, but we nothing don't understand. We meet that lady, and she says she's Christian, and we start thinking about God, but she see dream, and we decided, come in and tell you about this. My father have shocked. How can possible that happens? People already there looking for God, and God give it a dream. He's coming in that city. This is for real. We meet that lady, and who see the dream. We take care of her. She's disabled. She's have a daughter, and her daughter disabled too. And they do. And the daughter has her daughter younger, and she is take care of both. It's very interested. And that lady says she is no God long time ago, but she's alone. She's have a Bible, and she's meet that people through that her daughter who is disabled too, because his doctors come over and she's meet the people, and she's told about God, that people, all this. And my father have studied with that people, 3 ladies, and baptized. First, he's baptized them in a Muslim country, first Christian church. But, it started. Light is up. And I told you next story about that city next time. Today I want done my story. I hope you like it, my story. Please subscribe and send me messages. I want answer and talking with you about. If you have a question, I like to answer. Thank you.